As a big Naruto fan, I was quite excited to hear they launched the new limited edition Naruto and Boruto line of watches. There are 7 character watches in total and there are only 6,500 units of each available worldwide. So quite a small quantity, and if you love any one of these guys, you probably should get them very quickly. A very big thank you to Tong Hsing Malaysia, the sole distributor of Seiko timepieces in Malaysia, for providing the review units. Now first, let's talk about the design. In terms of the design this time around, they are based on the Seiko 5 sports watches, and the design is not too crazy this time around. It's a bit more conservative, which is something that I prefer as well. Coming back to the review of the Naruto watches, I will have to say it was quite a big surprise when we first got the units in our hand. Each of these watches comes enclosed in this very unique design case, and if you're a big Naruto fan like myself, you will notice that this is based on the Heaven and Earth scrolls from the Chunin exams. This is when Naruto and gang was trying to pass the exam and they had to get the scrolls, if you remember that early part of the anime series. In terms of the watch design, well, most of the watch designs from the Naruto series, the band itself will represent the outfit of each character. So here, no different, you get the orange and blue band for the Naruto watch. And in terms of the bezel and dial itself, well, I have to say they really outdid themselves. You can see there is this subtle hint of the Rasengan on the face dial of the watch itself, and I really quite like this semi-gloss finish on the case. And if you look at the bezel itself, it is also a little bit more, it has a ruggedized finish, so quite interesting as it represents the tough training that Naruto went through to become the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. So very cool. Also, on every single watch at the back of the back case, you will see a printed icon of either their clan or something of the character that this watch is trying to represent. So all in all, a very cool look and representation of Naruto in a watch form by Seiko. Highly recommended for big Naruto fans out there in the market. The one that was quite unique out of all the 7 characters is definitely Rock Lee, right? Because he has a very bright green dial. You can't miss it. And what was interesting is the bezel itself, because the bezel, if you really look closer to it, it represents the 8 inner gates that he has opened in order to, unleash a special move, if you guys remember that. And the index from 9 to 12, well, those is representing the bandages that he is constantly wearing after he gets injured seriously in all the battles that we've seen from the anime and manga itself. What I really like about the watch is the back icon, the kanji character of guts that is represented here at the back of the watch. Very cool of the design for Rock Lee. One of my other favorite characters in the Naruto series is of course Shikamaru and his very unique shadow possession jutsu, which was also represented here on the face dial if you look clearly enough on the 12, 6, 9 and 3 o'clock index on the watch itself. The subtle black gray finish on this watch and the case itself is really nice. I think if you wear this to office, it won't really stand out too much, but it will look quite unique because no one would know that you're actually wearing a Naruto watch. What I really love is how the bezel represents his outfit on the inner dial itself. If you look closely enough, you will be able to discern that very cool design on Shikamaru's bezel. This next character actually had quite a long backstory introduction in the anime, and I think all of you will know who this is. Gaara's watch is quite unique because if you look at the dial itself, it has a very nice sandy finish representing the sand village of where he was from, and that is a very nice contrast to the very shiny watch case as you can see here. The strap itself of course represents the outfit that he is wearing, but if you look closely at the 1 o'clock index on the watch, that is of course the kanji word for love. And at 1 o'clock itself, it is also a representation of the one-tailed demon hidden inside him. And all the indexes, as you can see here, sharp indexes featuring the claw and of course the fangs of the one-clawed demon all over again. And if you look at the bezel, the inner bezel and also on the back case is printed with the symbol from the god that he carries everywhere with him. So Gaara's watch is definitely very unique. I think the sandy texture on the dial really stands out to me, and I think most fans would definitely get that the moment they see this. And the kanji word of love on the 1 o'clock dial definitely is a very nice design touch by the designers at Seiko. Coming up to the new generation, and this is of course Boruto, the son of Naruto. I have to be completely honest here, I have yet to follow up on the Boruto anime or manga. I think I should soon, so please don't tell any spoilers in the comment section below. I have to say the design of the Boruto watch is definitely something of a challenge to the designers in Seiko. Obviously they are trying to replicate the Rasengan as we have seen so far from Naruto, and obviously Boruto being the son of Naruto, he inherited the Rasengan move as well. But as you can see here on the dial, the Rasengan is a lot more pronounced than what we have seen from the Naruto watch in this line. So that's actually quite an interesting design step or decision that's been taken by the team and Seiko itself. Next up is Sadara. Sadara of course is also from the Boruto franchise right now. She is of course the daughter of Sasuke, and if you look at the watch, there are some nice hidden design elements here. First up is basically the bezel. As you can see here, the upper half of the bezel and the bottom half of the bezel has two design elements, and it actually represents the nice different inheritance of power and also characteristics from both her parents, Sakura and also Sasuke. So that was actually quite interesting, subtle design hint from the designers at Seiko, something I didn't thought about. But the overall red aesthetic of the watch on the dial and also the two-tone color of red in the dial as well is a very nice looking watch, to be very frank, just like the all green Rock Lee. I think fans of Naruto would really appreciate wearing this watch to office or to a dinner setting, where I think it would really stand out. And I really like how the designers has put up this glasses frame, the iconic frame, onto the band of the watch itself. So that's something that I think not many people will spot. And of course the Rasengan is positioned at the 4 o'clock of the watch. Why 4 o'clock? Well, it represents that she's still a ninja in training and she still has a long way to go. Now, moving on to Sadara's dad, Sasuke. He is of course the most popular character in the series, the antagonist to Naruto. I am quite happy with how the Sasuke watch turned out, to be very frank, because the Sasuke watch actually has a very nice, also semi-gloss finish on the case. And it is also the only watch in this series that has something printed on the crown itself, and that is of course the Rasengan icon on the crown. The blue itself on the dial is not overly bright, which is something I appreciate, so it doesn't really stand out too much, but the polished outer bezel on this watch looks really nice, a contrast to the semi-gloss finish on the case itself. So if you're a big fan of Sasuke, I think you will immediately recognize the horizontal line on the Hidden Leaf Village icon on the top bezel. So that's something that I think as Naruto fans you will immediately know how he actually got it on his headband. And of course on the back case it represents the come on of his Sasuke's clan. So all in all, I'm actually quite happy with how all 7 character watches design has come out from this limited edition Seiko Naruto and Boruto watch line. The designers definitely have put in a lot of thought in terms of how to represent the character's unique storyline, characteristics, outfit, and also special power moves such as the Rasengan and also the Chidori by Sasuke into the watch design element itself, and they all really stand out very well without having to shout too much in terms of aesthetic, but you still get it that this is all the special character design elements is all built in into the watch. Really like this first wave. I hope there is a second wave where we feature the villains like Orochimaru, where I really like, to be frank, I'm kind of weird in terms of that, but I think this series is definitely a must-have if you're a big Naruto fan like myself. So again, a very big thank you to Tongxia Malaysia, the exclusive Malaysia distributor for Seiko watches in Malaysia, for providing these units to us for review. I'll definitely share a lot more when we get some new other limited editions from Seiko when they come out. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the comment section below.